Hello, hello, and welcome back to Password. We're gonna go on our Orlando funded dinner date with Dean. This is still a cute scene. Look how happy he is. And Dean is super cute in this CG, you know? I know that people don't like Dean. And I get it. But damn it, he's cute. When we were done, Orlando came back out and took our bowls away, saying our main course weren't far off. A sneeze? What the fuck? I've been coughing all evening once I stopped having cough drops. Why sneeze? Why so soon after I hit record button? Is there blood? No? Okay. Hope you all like the ASMR. Is that what I should start doing, guys? Should I quit the VN YouTubing and try to become an ASMR YouTube channel? Is that not something I should do?
Granted, bears always seem to be a touchy subject with him. Ever since his ex did to him, he always found it kind of tough to talk about. It had me promise I wouldn't let a bear break my heart too. I don't think you'd make his pie though.
It's funny. I pulled over the small figurine that he'd given me from my pocket, holding it at eye level. Okay. His muzzle, no, what was... Oh, right, yeah, from, Tyson's route, right. His muzzle slowly pressed against mine, soft and warm at first, only getting warmer as I opened my mouth. But something felt strange, different, maybe, despite what he'd just told me. Despite that, he was kissing me right now. I could have sworn I was kissing someone else. He pulled away slowly, resting his hand on my lap. Wait, resting his hand on his lap. Okay, ha, got there.
Well,
what?
You tell me. You didn't kiss me back for someone who was keen on it, you know.
Oh, we can have a do-over.
Do you really want to? But I don't think that's a good idea. Wait, if you really want to, but I don't think that's a good idea.
I slumped, looking down at the spot between my feet. Did I do something wrong?
Of course you didn't. Things just didn't click, that's all.
But after so long of us, doing this is how it ends?
I wouldn't say that it ends. We're still friends, aren't we?
I don't know.
Well, whatever you decide. We can deal with it when you're sure.
He's scratching my neck. I wasn't sure what to say or do. Or at this point, what to even feel. The kiss felt nice, but not exactly right. Something was missing. Excuse me. Maybe that's exactly what Dean meant when there wasn't a spark, but what did it all mean? There was only one person now that I knew might know, and I didn't know. Wow, this is hard for me. If it would be appropriate to leave now to ask.
Are you doing okay?
I'm just not sure is all. This hasn't happened before. It's new.
Don't rush yourself. Just take it one step at a time.
I think I want to talk to Orlando. Ask what he thinks.
Probably not a bad idea. Did you want me to come with? Or would you like to talk with him alone?
Alone, I think. What are you going to do?
Probably go find Sal. Let him know how it went. Just so that there's less people to fill in later.
Yeah, okay. Dean stood up, offering out a hand, but I got up without taking it. That's so rude. Okay. He shifted back, giving me some space before flashing me a quick smile.
Well, again, thanks again for tonight, and sorry it didn't work out, Dave.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, Dean.
Did you want a hug?
No, I'm good. I'll see you around. Dean looked me over before giving me a single nod. Then he was gone, wandering inside and closing the door quietly behind him. Turning away from the door, I looked out to the forest, then up at the evening sky, wanting to no one in particular. A few minutes passed before I wandered back inside, heading through the dining room to the last place I saw Orlando. There wasn't any indication things had changed from when Dean and I got up from the table, and I wondered for a moment if he'd moved on. Oh, no. Okay. When I wandered into the kitchen, Orlando was there crying, a hand shaking, and he struggled to shove the ice cream in front of him into his mouth. Orlando? He flinched but said nothing, trembling as I came to stand next to him, unsure. The moment he couldn't play off, he hadn't heard me, he quickly got up, wiping his eyes and flashing me a quick smile.
Dave, what are you doing here?
Before that, are you okay?
Me? Yeah, I'm fine. What happened with Dean? I thought you'd be,
About that. I chuckled, the smile fading from my face soon after. It didn't spark. Or that's what he said anyway. That he was meant to... that he was meant to feel something, but didn't. And that was it, really.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
What about you? You're the one crying.
I'm not.
He gave me a look, and he broke down again, sobbing.
Dave, listen. What I'm trying to say is...
He was holding back from saying something, trying to pick his words, but from what had happened earlier, and in this moment, things had started to click. It'd been obvious the more I thought about it, and I felt a lump in the back of my throat. What was I meant to say or do? I love you too.
What?
I love you too, Orlando.
But
I don't know, like, what's meant to happen next, but this feels right. This feels different. Better than what was between me and Dean.
Just so we're clear, I love you more than a friend does. I look at you and my heart goes warm and fuzzy, and like...
I know.
Okay, good.
I reach over and tried to wipe what tears were left on his cheek, and he just laughed.
I'll be okay. But, what did you want to happen now?
I honestly don't know. Is there anything you want to do?
Can I kiss you? Properly, I mean.
Yeah, I think I can do that. I think I'd like that, yeah. Oh, it's cute. He leaned in carefully and worked my mouth open with his tongue. He was gentle and warm and held me tight as if he was afraid I'd suddenly leave. Pulling back for just a second, to make sure I was still there, he pulled me in for a second kiss, and I tried my best to mimic what he was doing to me. I felt my inexperience was showing, but let him take the lead. We broke away slowly, his nose resting on mine, and I could feel the rumbling through his body as he just held me close. But that wasn't to say that he didn't sneak one last peck in. He pulled away again, giggling to himself, and lightly bounced on his feet.
I'm so happy right now.
Yeah?
You have no idea.
He put his hands on my sides and lifted me up a little before setting me down.
I have you. I finally can call you mine.
Yeah. Once again, he lifts me up and hugs me tight against his front, keeping my feet barely off the floor. Orlando, put me down! It was accompanied with laughter, and he laughed alongside me before kissing me quickly, again on the muzzle.
Come on, you. Let's go upstairs.
What's upstairs? What about the dishes?
Fuck the dishes.
Would you? How flatly he's spoken caught me off guard, and I felt his hand take mine again. Fuck the dishes, I guess. I felt like we were doing something forbidden, scurrying off to Orlando's room, much like we'd just gotten back home after picking up a new game. He was giddy, his tail barely clearing the door before shutting it, snapping it shut once we were both inside. Then off came his shirt. Once more, I felt his hand on my body.
God, there's so many things that I've wanted to do and try, and now.
His smile quickly fades as he noticed his hands ready to grab me again.
Am I going too fast?
A little.
Sorry, I guess I'm just excited.
Not nervous?
Nervous was leading up to this point. But I'm guessing this is maybe a bit much. A bit much.
Honestly, I don't know. You've done all this stuff before. I haven't. And it's exciting.
Should we stop?
Well, I took my shirt off and threw it to the floor, grinning with my hand on my hips. Maybe we could try a few things. Orlando had me quickly in his arms again, and soon enough, we'd made our way over to the bed. He doted on me and handled me with such care as if I was a precious gem, or that I'd break at any moment. Still, above all else, I felt loved, and with his hand in mine, we spent an intimate. Wait. Still, above all else, I felt loved, and with his hand in mine, we spent an intimate time together. Out of breath, we lay side by side on the bed. The dumb smile on Orlando's face was only rivaled by mine, and didn't fade for a moment.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was great. He rolled over to face me, cupping my cheek and kissing me again, sweetly.
You're probably going to want to have another shower before bed. I'm just sorry I'm making you have a second one.
It was worth it, I promise.
You know, it does make me wonder if,
What?
If we should tell Dean where things ended up.
Oh, right. I don't know. Maybe.
For what it's worth, I think it's the right thing to do. So, you go clean up, so you can go fill him in, and I'll clean up when you're done.
What about after?
Well, I see no reason why this can't be our room now, right?
After I'd cleaned up, I'd wandered downstairs to give Orlando the shower to clean himself up. Apparently, while the option to shower together was there, he figured that oh my god, that could be something to do another night, and there was no need to do everything all in one go.
That's fair, I suppose.
I followed Sal's voice out to the backyard, and the two of them looked up as they noticed the door move.
Ah, Dave! Everything all right?
Yeah, things are good, I guess.
Did you need us for something?
No, just wanted to check how Dean was doing, really. Plus, I have news, I guess.
Dean's just been, I've just been, talking to Sal about it. So things are going all right. How are you holding up, Dave?
Good, I think.
That's...
Yeah.
That's good. Where does that leave the two of you in general, however?
I think Dean and I are good, maybe.
I'd say so. We'll be tender for a few days on both sides, I imagine, but I think we'll be all right.
That's actually another thing. I spoke to Orlando, and,
Did he finally tell you he loves you? I'm sorry, what?
He did, yeah.
Then good. I'm glad things worked out. Or that you two are giving it a go, maybe.
We, haven't, had that talk yet, but soon, probably.
Then I'm glad, I think. Just make sure you two talk. Orlando needs it about as much as you do, I think.
I will, we will, I mean.
Heading back upstairs to do that now.
Yeah, I think so.
Dean and I will stay here then. And see you in the morning, perhaps. I'm not going to avoid Dave, Sal. I know. But if Dave wants to sleep in and get up after lunch, there's nothing wrong with that.
I chuckle, backing up to the door slowly and getting the impression the conversation was basically over. Guess we'll see you in the morning, huh? Good night. I wander back inside and almost ran into Tyson, lingering by the back door. Oh, Ty.
Oh, hey.
I could see his nose already working, catching the scent of something.
Should I ask?
Ask what?
Why you smell gross?
I had a shower. I don't smell gross.
Yeah, and you always miss a spot, remember?
Oh, right.
Look, I don't really care. You good, or...
I don't understand.
Like, you're happy, yeah. I overheard a little of what happened between you and Dean.
I think I'm happy. Yeah.
Good. But if shit goes down, I'm not sticking my neck out for your boyfriend, alright? Not unless you're, safe first.
Even if I ask?
You're my brother. He's not. That's all.
Right, well, speaking of that, actually, I wanted to offer my bed again. While I remember. I'm not gonna need it for tonight, at least.
Dude, I didn't need to hear that.
You can smell it on me. There's no point hiding it.
But why your bed anyway?
You slept in it last night, so what's the harm of another night? He scratches his chin, rolling his eyes. What? Ear? Oh.
Fine, but only for tonight. We could sort out who's sleeping where tomorrow.
Alright, cool.
You headed, back upstairs now.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd offer to give you a hug, but we'll save it for when you don't smell of dragon.
Yeah, well, maybe I should hug you anyway, just to make you, put up with it. As I went to move forward, Tyson flicked me on the nose, making me jolt.
Go to bed, dork. I'll see you later.
Then he headed upstairs, quicker than I'd assumed he'd moved. Once he was out of sight, I tried to smell my fur to get a whiff of whatever Tyson detected. It was there, faint. And it was likely my excitement distracting me that I hadn't noticed sooner. Maybe it was just because Tyson had been focusing hard on me lately. Either way, another shower would fix it, but that was a job for the morning. By the time I got back to the bedroom, Orlando wasn't there. Or at least that's what I assumed at first, before hearing the shower going. I sat down on the bed and waited, ears perked when I heard the water shut off.
You're back.
And you put on underwear.
Well, I call it a habit, which is only practically true. It was mostly in case I had to go looking for you.
He joined me on the bed and put an arm around my shoulder.
But you're back. How'd it go?
Fine enough. Sal was there Sal was talking to him, and he's well, asked if you'd finally confessed your feelings.
He did he? Last time I tell him anything.
Still, they were happy for us,
Or did they say anything?
It's not that. More, what happened between us now? Are we dating? Boyfriends? How's that going to work out come the end of the month? Orlando sighed, slumping.
I don't know. I really don't. Part of me just wants to just not worry about it. But we should probably talk things through, huh?
We could save it for another time if you don't want to do it now.
No, we should talk about it now. Just so that we're on the same page.
All right, where do we start?
I would like to consider us boyfriends, actively in a relationship now. We've been friends for years, so we know each other pretty well. Not perfectly, but we could figure stuff out as we go, right?
I guess that works. But what about the complicated stuff, like sex and whatever?
What do you mean, sex is complicated?
I mean, like, what are the rules? Outside of what we just did, I have basically nothing as far as experience, and you have a lot more.
Does that bother you?
If I'm being honest, maybe a little. I didn't want you to get bored of me if I can't keep up, or if I can't, perform.
You're a dork. Valid concerns, but you're a dork.
Careful, you're starting to start sounding like Tyson if you keep that up.
Oh, what I mean is that you're overthinking it. All things considered, I see it as a bit of fun, but we can set boundaries for sure.
What sort of boundaries?
If you ever wanted to try something, we could talk about it first and see what we're both comfortable with. Including maybe involving someone else potentially.
Wait, you'd want to with another person?
Not if you weren't comfortable with it. It'd functionally be the same as using any number of toys anytime.
So, for what it's worth, I'm very much maybe just wanting to stick to one person. You, I mean.
Don't worry, I got that loud and clear.
And then after the month is up,
that's when things get complicated for sure. Yeah.
Any ideas come to mind immediately?
Can't say any do. Well, that's a lie, but none of them are good.
How bad are we talking?
We could run away, just the two of us, somewhere else where no one knows about.
But that involved leaving everyone behind. Mom, Tyson, our friends? That's a bit extreme.
Anything to get away from my father, though. Otherwise, he's going to try roping me into the family business, and you along with it, or something else.
I felt his hand flex on my shoulder, and watching as his jaw clenched, he was worried, and I knew where where his mind was at. What if we asked the others for suggestions? Everyone knows what the what the deal is with your family now, or maybe they could have an idea of what to do.
Yeah, it's worth asking. Maybe not now, but sometime soon. Yeah.
He yawned, standing from the bed, looking me over.
I still don't know if it. I still don't believe it. All of this has just turned out the way
Well, I can't read this line.
I still don't believe it, that all of this has just turned out the way it has. I'm really glad.
It feels strange, but in a good way, I think.
Is it bad that I don't want to go do the dishes after dinner?
Completely understandable, though. How about we do them together? Orlando was already getting dressed the moment I opened my mouth, and he shook his head.
I made the mess, so I'll clean it up. It'd be unfair for Benson to be cleaning up after the mess, even as the butler.
Then I'll come give you some help.
Better idea. You keep the bed warm for me, so I have something nice to return to. I shouldn't be too long, but if you fall asleep, don't worry yourself over it.
I'm not even that tired.
You say that now, but trust me, you find yourself passing out after such an eventful night.
He came back over and pecked me quickly on the cheek before scurrying off to the door.
Get comfortable. I won't be long.
And so he left. I stripped down and jumped into bed, breathing out and getting comfortable. It felt surreal how fast things had gone. How now, after so long, it was there. It was just there. At first, it was a date with Dean, then finding out it didn't work out, then being with Orlando. My head felt funny with it all. But it was a nice feeling all the way. Maybe it just needed to sink in. Maybe I just needed to talk to Orlando about it more with so much unknown about our future. I caught myself yawning and sinking into one of the pillows, eyes on the door, waiting Orlando's return. But soon enough, I felt myself drift off to sleep, expecting myself to wake back up the moment he got back. Ah, you didn't get there, Dave. Oh well. Anyway, I'll see you around, everyone.